And we're live. Hi, Zach.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Okay. All right, Zach. You listen. Everybody knew we was gonna do. Well, they had to know we was gonna do a reaction. Now, you was here. What day was it? Okay, yeah. The other day we did a reaction video, and I
Hmm.
kind of want the people to get in because they're just learning. I don't. We don't have a set schedule yet. But we did a reaction video to a man that told me he was 79 years old. Well, he called me
Hmm.
that same night. He called me on the show that same night, saw our reaction, and was upset.
He
Upset.
was mad at us.
He was mad at us. He was mad at us. He was
Okay.
mad at us for what we said. What you talking about his swag. We're gonna get all into it. So I'm about to pull up the video. You haven't seen it, right?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I think sometimes I think I like that better that you see it in real time. I lived it, unfortunately. This is the only person we're gonna break down today. There's another guest we'll do later this week, but today we're doing Mr. 70 Fake. And I'm gonna start. Cousin, share the video. Let them know Zach Boog is here. You look like you got a haircut too.
Yeah, I got a haircut yesterday.
All right, let's start. Let's start. Ja, I don't know if you're ready.
Hello,
I'm
Kendra.
disappointed.
And what
You lied to me.
about?
The all-new Kendra G singles dating app is available now on
Get the
iPhones and
app.
Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now.
And if you don't
Well,
have
before I
get
go to the obvious, let's start with the school. So we asked you, what grade did you said you didn't go to high school, you did 10th grade, then you said 9th grade, you never did no college, but your profile says you got a master's degree. So which one is the lie? Well, how old are you?
79.
You're not 79.
June 26, 1945.
You're 79?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't believe it. You look way younger.
I've been featured on a lot of different blogs and others. So
I'm gonna pause right there because I got to say, I win Dummy of the Award of the Year for really believing this man. A lot of y'all called me out in the comment section. So y'all got on me when I didn't believe Mr. 29. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna really challenge people too hard. Sometimes I disagree, but I do feel very stupid that in the first interview, I truly was gullible enough to believe the story of him being 79. I have proof now that he's not 79, and I'll get to that. But I just want to say, look at my green eyes. I'm so gullible. I'm so mad at myself.
you're like, oh my God, he's 79.
What do you do? You just
But
you like
in
to
your in your defense, Kendra, in your defense, why come on here and lie and say you younger than what you are? I mean, you older than what you are. Usually people go the other way. They lie the other way. But
okay, thank you for making me feel a little bit better. All right, we'll go back to it.
social media platforms for being a handsome older black male.
You're gonna be 80 this year?
Yes, ma'am.
What? They want to know what year did you graduate high school?
I never graduated from high school.
Did you graduate from college?
Nope. I was in the
Did you
streets.
ever go to high school?
I was in the streets for a very long time.
So you never went to high school?
Nah, I did 9th grade. I'm sorry. So I never graduated.
What year was that?
I'm not sure. That was so long ago. You want me to go back to my childhood? And I'm 79.
We just want to pause. Okay. Shout out to the KBI. Shout out to the KBI. We got another realization of a lie. He said, "Let me go back to my childhood in my 70s." Now, if you was born in 1945 in your 70s, it wouldn't have been your childhood. Okay.
oh,
It wouldn't have been your childhood. You
oh,
would have been 30 something if you was born in 1945. And I want to show love to the Kendra Bureau of Investigation because they the ones that's catching all the damn lies. You know, I'm just trying to find people love asking questions. But they said, Kendra, he said, back to my childhood when in my 70s. You're not a
yeah.
child in your 70s if you're born in 1945.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna take a moment real quick. I'm gonna bring our faces up before we go. Everybody
Yep.
watching, don't call my show lying. Because guess
Stop
what?
it.
You might not know it, But everybody that watched my show could work for the FBI. We are the fine artists, the fine archaeologists. Somebody know your sister, your cousin, your ex-wife, your baby daddy. Somebody knows.
Yeah.
And guess what? They're going to tell all the information in the comment section. I know his real name. I know where he's registered to vote. That's how much information. Yes, that's where he's registered to vote. I know his mama name, his street address, what school I know it all now.
Oh man, I want to know what he said. I want to know what he said.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Verify your age with some type of things that we can all pinpoint. So now you ain't never go to college or high school, so we can't pinpoint that year. How you never went to college, but you got master's degree on the Kendra G Singles dating app. Now I'm about to bring him up. So this is what happened. This is where he messed up. He wasn't expecting for me to ask him about school in the live interview. His profile was already set up, of course, right? So he was prepared for 79 and the year he was born, but he wasn't prepared to match it with high school and middle school. Again, this is a comment section. The comment section told me to ask that question in the first live interview. So we just had to throw away school altogether. Matter of fact, I never went to school, but he forgot on his profile, which was already set up before he called me, he had master's degree. And I got to tell again, Zach, I can't even take no credit for this. The KBI figured that part out too.
They figured it out.
They didn't even figure it out. The KBI figured that part out too. Now, he's busted in the school lie. Here is going to be his response to that. Let's continue. So which one is the lie?
Lied in the profile.
So now we know you a liar. That's what a liar does. A liar lies.
Kendra.
Well, hold on, pause. No. Because I talked to your ass for 20 minutes. And then everybody been sending me your TikTokers and telling me you've been lying about your age for a while. So why'd you lie to my face? So you lied about having a master's degree.
Can I speak now?
I pause.
Okay. The reason why is because I'm embarrassed. You know, who wants to put in a profile? Yeah, I dropped out of high school. Be for real. Who's going to put that in their profile? No one in here is going to put in their profile. I didn't get past ninth grade. Who's going to put that? Be for real. Would you?
Well, first of all,
would you
said it on the show. Say you on the show.
I'm asking you a question. Would you put that in your profile?
Why didn't you lie on the show?
Say that again.
Why? Because the thing is, I can't give you any empathy there because on the live show, you should have continued to lie. But you didn't continue to lie because then he was going to ask you about.
You guys are making assumptions.
Hold on, we both can't talk, so I'm going to give you a chance to respond. So with the way that you just said, because you asked me the question, would I be embarrassed? Yeah, I would be embarrassed. That's why I made sure I graduated from college. But outside of that point, you said to me, you didn't even go to college. So you should have said there, it's the lie should have been live, not on the app. Saying it live to me that you never went to college would be worse if you were trying not to have that shame.
Well, I wasn't expecting that I actually get.
You know, liars move a lot in the shares. You know, when people fidget,
I swing a lot regardless.
And that's because you lie a lot.
No. That's not what you're not going to do out there. I'm a liar. Okay, we're not.
We confirmed you're a liar.
You didn't confirm the lie. I saw the recap or whatever.
Well, yeah. So hold on.
You can't go based off of somebody else's personal opinion.
Okay, but no. Yeah, you got the part. Okay, exactly.
Sir, nobody. Let me tell you something. Nobody can put out there that you are a liar unless you're lying. That's it. You didn't come in the interview saying, you know what, you a liar. No. We asked you questions to confirm what you said. And they went back and you said you had a master's degree. But then on the other thing, on the live, you said you graduated from you didn't graduate high school. So you lied. We didn't make you a liar. And then you did it talking about, oh, I'm embarrassed. That's why I didn't want to say it. But you had no problem saying it on the live. Okay, so guess what you should have done? If you're going to lie, but continue your lies. Keep it consistent. You should have said, I got a master's degree, and this is when I graduated. When you got to lie, you got to keep lying. That's the thing about lying. My mama always said, if you lie once, you got to keep on lying to cover up the lie you told. So you might as well tell the truth. And guess what? why lie to the stars? If you don't have a high school diploma, guess what my thing would say? If I was lying, I'd be like high school diploma. Because guess what? I can lie about that. I graduated high school in whatever year you say you went, 1900, since you so old, since you 157 years old, should have said you graduated high school in 1912 or whenever the hell you talking about graduating from high school. But guess what? That's a manageable lie. Now you lying about stuff you don't even know nothing about.
Right.
When I lie about some stuff that's close. You know what I'm saying? High school, you graduate 9th grade. 3 years later, you can say I graduated from high school. But you skipped past your bachelor's degree and said, I got the top of the top. I got a master's degree.
Yes. I want to add to that.
Why?
Okay, so really this is what happened. He wasn't prepared for the years of when he was in high school, right? So, because remember the first interview, and people were like, Kendra, you started off mad. Yes, I was mad because, like I said in the beginning of this reaction, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Like I just said, I'm going to trust that he's 79 and roll with it. So now that I know I gave you 20 minutes of gullibleness, now I'm pissed.
Right.
Because you wasted my time and I really was trying to give you benefit of the doubt. So now you get in this second energy. The reason in the first interview, the backstory, and he even says that I wasn't prepared for the question. He had to say he never went to college or high school because had he said so, the next question would have been, what year was that? And he wasn't prepared. He was only prepared to give me a year of when he was born. He done did the math. If I'm 79, I'm born in 1945. He ain't think about high school and college.
He had no milestones ready.
Right.
You got to get the milestones if you're going to tell that lie.
And then let's just say you don't graduate college. What make up a master's degree, nigga? Just say college.
Yeah, just college. Why you go all the way to masters? That's like me. Like all I got is a bachelor's. That's like saying, no, I graduated with a doctorate in psychology, and they'd be like, oh, when you do that, just say college.
Just say college.
Or just say high school.
Okay, let's go back to Mr. Lion.
And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something else, Kendra. At 79, I'm not telling no more lies at 79. All the old people that I know that are really old tell the truth. You know why? Because they don't give a damn. They don't live their life. They ain't got nothing to prove. Lying is a young man's sport. That's how I know you're lying about your age too. You don't lie old. How many old lies you know? The older you get, the more truthful you become. You the first 80-year-old liar I know.
That is so true. Because they can't remember, like you said, they don't care at this moment.
And they don't give a damn.
They don't care.
That's how I know you lie.
Here we go. Talking about that. That's why I said let's start with the first lie that we can confirm. And the first lie, so I'm not confirming you're a liar. You are confirming yourself that you're a liar because you lied.
About my education.
So, okay, but either way, liar is liar. So you lie. This is not something I'm making up.
Have you ever lied?
Wait, hold on, boo boo. You told me. I do the interview. And we talking to you right now. This is what liars do. Liars like to deflect.
I'm not deflecting.
So when liars get caught in the corner,
have you ever lied?
I'm gonna show you how men do, ladies, if you don't know. When they want to start,
have you ever lied?
They don't want the energy to be on them no more. They try to put the energy on you.
You're perfect. You've never lied on anything.
What you not?
You've never lied.
Baby, you know you can't baby, you know that you can't talk over my show. I can hang you up. Do you want to stay on the show? You want to be gone? That's perfectly fine. But what you want to do? No, you can't. How about this? It costs $5,000 to ask me a question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you want to continue to ask me questions, it costs $5,000. Do you have $5,000 to ask me a question?
Are you going to answer the question?
No, I got my cash app ready. $5,000. You can ask me. You can't ask me no question.
Have you ever lied?
No, you can't ask me a question. It costs $5,000.
Why can't I ask you a question?
No. You called to my show to be interviewed. So that's what happens. I ask questions. If you don't like questions, you don't call the show. Okay, I'm gonna break that down real quick because I know some people. Here's the
deal. He's deflecting so hard.
He's deflecting so hard.
He's just deflecting. Like, have you ever lied? Of course, we've all lied before, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. That ain't got nothing to do with your real age. That ain't got nothing to do with you talking about you got a master's degree. Just accept I'm caught. Why is it so hard to just be like, you got me and move on?
Exactly. I want to talk about my 5K to ask me a question. That's fact. And let me tell you why. Because somewhere along the line, the purpose of the show, and I'm gonna talk my shit for a second. It really is a privilege to be on the show if you are seriously looking for love, because I'm giving you an opportunity to be exposed to at least 2 million people. When you combine all the social media platforms I put on, you get faces that would never know you if it wasn't for the dedication I put into this platform. That's real talk. Now, if you don't use the platform because you're looking for love, that's on you. You don't get a chance to call me up, you don't get to interview me. If you want to ask me a question, it costs $5,000. The Cash App Kendra G Media, point blank, period. Okay. And I'm putting my foot down on that case because somewhere along this way, people really get greasy and they really feel like they could call me and talk to me and check me in some way. Listen, I'm trying to hold back my swear words, but no, that ain't what this is. This ain't a Kendra G interview. So if you got a Kendra G question, it's $5K. Send the money, and then you can ask the questions. If not, I ask the questions, and I give you a chance to find love. People who use the platform right, they're married, they got babies, they're in situationships, they got one night stands, they got weekend hookups, but they did that all for free. On this platform, I created to expose them too. So however you use it, that's on you. If you want to call me and be a goofy, then that's on you too. Now back to our regular schedule program. All right. Sorry, Zach.
No, it's all good.
I came here to address the clients.
Do you have the money?
It seemed as if y'all had a problem with the way I dressed.
The bottom line is you got caught out in your own lies.
I received so much feedback about the way I dressed.
They want to overtalk.
It was an issue about the way I dressed. So
we're not talking about your outfit.
No, that's what was said inside the chat. That's the only thing everybody spoke about was about what I had on.
No, we talked about the facts. You fidgeting so much. That's what lies. They can't say.
I rock.
You know they rock. Yeah, I know. It's exciting. I know. Either way. No. I focus on facts. So here's the deal. I don't know you from a day. I never heard of you until you called my show that you volunteer to hold on, don't overtalk me. We're gonna learn to have respect. So when you talk, I'm gonna be quiet and you're gonna do the same. The fact remains you don't ask me no questions, it costs $5K. Now the Cash App is Kendra G Media. If you want to ask me more questions. If not, I'm gonna continue to host my show the way I do, that you volunteered to be on. Now, only thing I can prove that was a lie, because I don't know you, is the fact about the college education. I asked you directly. You told me you didn't finish high school. You said you went to the 10th grade. I said 10th grade high school. You said, I did 9th grade. I said, oh, you didn't do no college.
So I corrected myself.
Hold on, wait. I'm going to give you a chance to respond, but you got to let me finish everything. So I did 9th grade. I said, oh, you ain't do no college? You said, nope, I ain't do no college. Now, the one thing, let me tell you something about my cousins. I didn't even catch the lie, to be quite honest, but the KBI, which is the Kendra Bureau of Investigation, said, well, Kendra, how he got a master's degree on the profile if he never went to college? So that was the confirmation of you being a liar. So we set that tone from the jump.
Can I speak now?
Go ahead and say some more lies.
So you're telling me that everybody's profile is
we're not talking about. We're talking about
everybody's profile.
Hold on. We're not talking about. Listen, you're not going to do the judge. We're talking about you. No. We're only talking
you said
about
I can speak when you were done.
No. I'm gonna bring it back in. But do you see the deflection? Do you see how, like, ladies?
Yeah.
This is a crash course of a person when they're lying and the things that they do. They deflect. You know, we're gonna go back to the close, but see, he wanted to talk about
one thing. Okay. One thing that, ladies, I really want y'all to learn in this, though, and this is a character of a man. Like, yes, we've all made mistakes. We've all sinned. We've all lied. We've all done different things. But you need to watch when people just can't take accountability and be quiet. You know what I'm saying? They have to be like, well, everybody has done this, so I'm okay. Because in a way, they're just trying to justify what they've done, as if everybody has done it, so you can't judge me because everybody has done it. But that's a character flaw. You really got to watch. Like, I would rather him just be like, man, you right, Kendra. You caught me. You right. You got me. I was embarrassed about not finishing high school. So that's why I lied, and be quiet and move on. But the fact that you just can't take it, you got to watch that, man. You gotta watch that. That's a terrible thing. When somebody can't take accountability for their wrongs, that was one of my biggest lessons I learned from my father, who's actually in his 70s, in his late 70s. He was like, son, you have to be accountable for you. You know what I'm saying? You come home from school and you be like, well, what's the name did? I don't care what everybody did. What did you do? What was your part in it? And if you can't take accountability, that's a character flaw. Huge one. That's a big one.
See, what happens is, and these are the moments when people learn, they usually learn after they come on the show, the reach of my show, the seriousness of the show, because they think it's just a game. So he's been doing this live for a while. So the reason why I believe he can't admit it, because it unravels his whole persona. Like, his whole persona is based on being this older Black man. Like, there's other blogs that have promoted him at being of this age, right? So he now is dealing with, this is what I have. This is my brand. Like, not to bring up Derrick Jackson, but it's what happened with Derrick Jackson. Derrick Jackson years ago was very popular with the ladies and giving advice. And then he came out, he was cheating on his wife. And it was like, well, how do you continue to do that persona with, not to bring him in, but it's just, that's what this is about. So I understand why he's trying to fight so hard for it, but it just isn't going to work because you're just too exposed now.
No, but you can only talk about yourself because it's a me and you conversation. You can't talk about everybody else. You talk about you. So you just brought in other people. Speak about yourself only. So what you want to say about yourself only?
I just told you. I told you.
What did you say?
The reason why I did. Did I not? I said
okay, so the reason why we revisit that is because you said, what I'm not going to do is call you a liar. No, it was proven. That's a proven fact. Okay, we passed that. So I'm just calling you by your name. Like,
it wasn't proven.
It is proven. You lied. That's a proof. If we were in court, right now,
I just spoke on it, and I told you the reason why I didn't.
It doesn't matter, but it's still a lie, though.
What's wrong with saying, you know what, I'm embarrassed that I didn't graduate out of high school.
Okay, listen, you can have your reason.
So I put it in my bio.
It's nothing wrong.
Listen, you can have your reason behind it, but the fact still remains you lied.
Yeah, that's the part. That's what we're trying to tell you. We understand why you lied. That's not what people are talking about. We're talking about the fact that you just can't take accountability that you did lie. You still got to go back and forth and then try to convince Kendra that overtalk her and say that you didn't lie because everybody did it or because, you were embarrassed. Regardless of that, you still lied, man. And let me tell you something. At 79, you should have more wisdom than that.
At 79.
If you're 79, at 79, you should have way more accountability.
He's not 79. And at the end, I won't share all his information. But again, what I always tell people, don't lie on my show because somebody knows you in real life. And all they're going to do is go to the comment section. And all the comment section going to do is repost it and repeat it. So I done got it. Like I told you, they done put his name, when he graduated high school, where he registered to vote. I was like, well, y'all can put everything. So he's not 79. He's 45. That's the truth.
We're not talking about the reason. We're talking about the fact. And the fact is you lied. Period.
Okay.
So what you want? I mean, you call me. So what you want?
To speak about what we're talking about right now.
Oh, that's all. Is there anything else you want to say?
Like I said, I didn't like the fact that everybody is downplaying the way I dress. Like, what's wrong with the way I dress? That was the biggest comments right there. I don't really see a lot of there's an age restriction on the way a person dressed. That's what y'all pretty much have said. Your boy that was up there sat back there and said something about my glasses. Those were YN glasses. That's what he said. He said that they were YN glasses. I'm from Detroit. That's all we wear here, pretty much, our Cartier glasses. That's what we wear. So
okay, first of all, real quick, your outfit was the least amount of the conversation. The biggest part. Hold on. Let me listen. We have to listen. The biggest part is if you were 79. That's the biggest part of the conversation. And most people do not believe you were 79. Now, yes, hold on. We did a recap show today and we were talking about your outfit, but it wasn't about your outfit. It was more so about you not having a weapon. It was a joke. He's a comedian. And he talked about older men normally have some type of weapons on them because they got to protect themselves. that obviously is a joke. So if you 79, you would have got that. But the fact of the matter, we're not going to deflect. Your ass ain't 79.
Who
How about that?
deflected? I'm up here talking to you.
No, you
Deflection
want to
is
talk about
avoiding everything.
your outfit,
A deflection,
all that. Let's
deflection
talk
is
about
avoiding
the
everything.
age.
I'm not deflecting
Well, let's go
anything.
back to the age. Let's talk about the age. Nobody believes you're 79. I don't believe it either anymore. I don't believe you're 79. I don't believe you had a baby at 73. I don't believe you dated a woman at 21 and got her pregnant. I don't believe any of it. It's all a lie. You can continue to be on these internet streets, and you got me. You got me because I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. But the more the interview went on, and maybe you didn't know the popularity of my show, they're going to unravel your bullshit.
They didn't unravel anything, but they looked at what my profile and seen that something about college.
What?
Everybody tweets. Everybody
how about this?
Everybody tweets something in their profile. I don't care who you are. On this
what's your
app,
name
in
again?
these comments, somebody's going to tweet something.
Okay. So real
quick.
Got it.
Come on now. So you can't sit here and say automatically, oh man, you're the world's biggest liar because of
I didn't say the world's biggest liar. You said that.
Profile.
Okay, how about this? Let's take the master's degree and the outfit off the table. We're going to talk only about your 79-year-old age.
I don't have to talk about that. How about that?
You don't got to talk about that no more? You want to talk about that more?
$5,000 to talk about my age.
No, you called me, baby. I didn't call you.
Pay me $5,000 to talk about my age.
Baby, you don't get $5,000. You
pay me $5,000, I'll pull my ID out.
Baby, we don't care enough for you to pull your $5,000. You ain't got it like that, boo. Remember, this is my show.
Pay me $5,000, I'll pull out my ID.
This only
my wallet right here. No, y'all want to know so bad. Pay me $5,000.
Nobody's paying
I will
you
provide
$5.
my ID right here.
Nobody's paying you $5.
Right there.
Nobody's paying you $5.
I'll show you. Pay me $5.
You can't beat me. See, the difference is this.
What do you mean? I'm not trying to beat you. I'm not trying to beat you. I have a price too. I have a value too.
Okay, well, you should have got it.
I know my value.
You should have got it at the door because you called me for free.
Okay.
You called me for free and played the
value as well. So if you want to see this ID,
I don't have to see your ID.
Huh?
I don't have to see your ID.
Kendra, one thing you're not going to do is
listen, sir, no matter what you say,
don't ever try to
played yourself.
Kendra, don't try to boss
yourself,
okay? Don't do that.
I know you thought you was going to do something right, but you played yourself.
Look, you told me I got to pay you $5,000 to ask you a question.
That's the truth.
So pay me $5,000 to see this ID.
Why would I do that? You called my show.
Because y'all concerned about my age, right? That's what the
you talked about the age.
That's what the topic is. My age. So pay me $5,000. I would
nobody cares to pay you $5,000.
It's right there.
No one cares.
Right there. How? That's what the conversation has been about. My age. You just said. So how is it no one cares when you just out here saying that's what everybody's talking about?
No one cares enough to pay you $5,000.
I'm gonna bring it back in.
Oh, child, he done woke me out. I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing him yell. I'm just tired, Kendra. If the comments about his clothes hurt him that bad, he know I was joking about, like you said, the blade and all of that. But
no,
he don't wore me out, Kendra. He wore me out. Pay me $5,000 to say my age. Now he trying to use your stuff against you. Like it ain't even original. And I just expect more out the elderly.
Let me say this.
Than that.
Not to go off tangent. He wasn't really bothered by the clothes. The clothes is what he wanted to talk about because it's the only thing he could talk about without getting a lie unraveled, right? You don't want to talk about 79. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the deflection mechanism. He wants to, y'all was talking about my outfit because he wants to deflect. And this is what people do. Like you ladies, you always know. Let me tell you how to lie. Lie, if there's one little truth in a lie, that's all they want to talk about. Okay. Mm-hmm. Like let's say I saw you sleeping with Keisha. I saw you got out of her house, but really it wasn't Keisha's house. It was her sister's house. Keisha's house. I wasn't even at Keisha's house. So you ain't see Keisha? I wasn't at Keisha's house. That's what I know. Because that's the one part of the story that's actually the truth. Now he was with Keisha, and you saw him with Keisha, just wasn't Keisha's house. So what he's doing right here is he want to talk about the clothes because he want to deflect from the age and the school. He didn't really give a damn what he said about his clothes. Because what we said about his clothes is he's dressed like his age, 45.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If he was 80, you would be dressed inappropriate. My daddy don't dress like that.
He's 79 years old. Come on, man. I know OGs.
Right,
and I get it.
You can't see me.
$5,000 ask you one
you
question
can't see
No one cares about
Why do men want to be women so much?
Huh?
This is an example of a man trying to be a woman. That's what I say.
Who's trying to be a woman? I'm trying to have a conversation.
Because you're trying to repeat what I said.
But you don't want me to be heard. But you
trying
don't want
to
me to
be
be heard.
a woman.
No, this is the view of a woman trying to be a man.
How? You call myself. I didn't even call you. If we don't talk, I don't know you. I wasn't hunting you down. What are you talking about?
Woman.
Okay, let's pause right there. Hey, fellas. Hey, fellas, I want you to understand. When you call a woman masculine, that means you're saying you're feminine. Because if you're calling me masculine, that means you're saying I'm more masculine than you. Okay? And if you're so offended by me calling you, like, how do I not be able to call you feminine, but you could call a woman masculine? I think what men, I'm trying to be kind, but I can tell, I wish our mothers would have found better daddies to raise y'all, because I was raised by a real one. I was raised by my mother and my father, and my father put me on a game at a very young age. That's why I can't be getting these mind games with me, okay? You're mad because you can't play me to my face for the second time. And every time you say something, I'm strong enough to reveal your facts, to reveal the facts, and I'm also strong enough to stand 10 toes down. So you want to call that masculine because I won't just shut up and pretend that you're right, because that's what you want a feminine woman to do. Just sit her ass up. You know I'm wrong, but don't say nothing about it. And go with the damn. That ain't me. That ain't me. I'm sorry.
I'm woe out. Good Lord.
So just
did y'all yell the whole time?
We get a little better.
Okay.
We get a little better. So, ladies, the next time a man calls you masculine, just say, okay, that means I'm more masculine than you. That means you're the feminine one in this conversation. Just say that to him when he says that to you. Okay, if I'm the masculine one, that means you're the feminine one. All right, that's what you want to go with.
It's fine.
I know it's fine, sir. You played yourself. Congratulations.
How did I play myself?
Just by being here and acting the way that you're acting.
How am I acting?
Because you got busted in a lie, and you hate that we figured out that you're not 79 years old.
How did I get busted in a lie because of my college background?
No, because you're not 79 years old.
My profile?
Because you're not 79 years old. That's why you got busted in a lie. And if we went to court, the first thing they would do is say, "Sir, prove your age," and you wouldn't be able.
Are we in court? Or are we on the social media?
What are you talking about?
You said if we went to court.
Yeah, because the court would have the facts.
Are we on the social media?
Oh, you wouldn't want to do that because you know you can't prove. Because they don't prove water line.
Why? Like I say, you know what? You deflect a lot.
Huh?
You deflect a lot.
What did
like I said, are we in court?
What did I say?
Are we in court or are we on the social media?
Kendra? We're on social media.
Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is.
That was the first time he sounded 79.
The point is
that was the first time. Hold on, Kendra. Hold on. That was the first time. He might really be 79. That was the first time he said something that made me think he's 79. He said, "Are we on court? Or are we on the social media?" Now there we go. That is 79-year-old talk. We getting there. That's 79-year-old lingo. Are we on the social medias? What's on the? That's how my daddy's talking about it. He was like, I was on the Facebook, son. How you do I was on the social medias, and he said it. That maybe he is. That was the first time he sounded 79.
Wait, what did he say to make you think that it could be the social medias?
Yeah, he was like, "Are we in court? Are we on the social media?" I said, "The social media." Yeah, he might be. That was the first time he sounded 79. That's the whole time. You might not be lying, bro.
No.
I'm on the social media.
Makeup
in court. No. What I'm saying here, stating to you is just like you are whoever you are. You're Kendra G. Okay. I'm Uchi the ruler. Okay. I don't have anything to prove to any of you. Like I said, if you want to see this ID, you want me to prove my age, pay me $5,000.
Yeah, again, something a woman said. You couldn't even be original.
Huh?
You couldn't even be original.
Man,
with that.
Stop trying to do that. You know what? I noticed most of you women that have
most of my
platforms. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do.
What do we do?
Sit back and try to y'all sit back and try to place a man within some type of feminine energy. Is it not a fact that compared me to a woman just now? You just did. You just said you're trying to compare me to a woman.
Because what I'm saying is you are just saying that because I said that as a woman. It's not an original.
No. That's not what it is. If you
Yes,
want to
it
see
is what
this,
it is.
if
You
it's
even
that,
said it.
if it's
If
that
you rewind
important,
the
okay,
tape-
you know what? If it's that important, pay me $6,000. Now it ain't the same.
Baby, you want to get
Now it ain't the
$6.
same, Kendra. Pay me $6,000. It ain't the same now. You said 5, pay me 6. It ain't the same now. I'm not.
Do you even realize how much you're embarrassing yourself? Or
No,
you don't?
I'm not.
Even men, let me tell you something. Men who give me a hard time.
I don't care, Kendra.
But
I don't care about Kendra.
I think here's the problem. You're upset because you have this narrative. Here's the truth. Here's the truth. No. Here's the truth. You're upset that you had a narrative of being 79 years old, and my show is exposing it to be a lie. And now you can't rock with that lie no more. So this is what happens when a person is caught in a lie. They act like this. And you have no idea when you came to my show how much my reach of my show is. And now he's just upset that he can no longer further the lie of 79 because as he says that, people will just come to get my show and they will get this interview and now he has no other lie to stand on. So what's happening is he's trying to overtalk me because he doesn't want me to get this out. He doesn't want y'all to hear what I'm saying. What we're seeing is a meltdown. This is a meltdown by a man who cannot continue on with a lie that he created. And he's very upset that he cannot carry this social media lie. And he's going to keep talking over me because he doesn't want you to hear the truth. And what happens is, well, baby, it's my show. I'm not talking over you. You just talking. Nobody, we all know you've been exposed so much. It's like you were grown.
Exposed about what? Age and some college? What are you talking about? What kind of exposing is that? You act like I'm running out here beating on women. We exposed for beating women. You're talking about a fucking profile on your app. That's what you're talking about. A profile on your app. That's what you're talking about.
Ooh, when he swore, I knew he was mad.
He hot, boy. I'm gonna let you know. Don't nobody I know to 79 can yell that long. Okay, so I know he ain't 79. A 70-year-old man ain't yelling that long. He's gonna say the hell with you and be done. You know, that's what all the OGs say. You know, he'll be like, the hell with you. The hell with you. Look, girl, let me get off the social media. They wouldn't even stay on there.
First of all, my daddy's 77. He don't know how to work social media.
He don't even know how to work it. Okay, so let's just knock it off, man. Like, and I get it, man.
We're almost done.
Jesus Christ.
When he swore, I was like, okay, yeah, he mad for real.
Exposing is, oh, that man, he beats women, he does this, he does that. That's exposed.
How we get to beating women?
Okay, so can I talk now?
See, here's the thing. Can I talk This is another time where you see not wanting to take accountability for the lie. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just saying I lied and be done, he want to take it to a whole nother conversation that nobody else is having. You expose me like I'm beating women. No, we're just saying that you lied. That's it. We just said that you lied. And then you go, well, that's because you like I lied, exposed, like I beat women. We ain't talked about domestic violence one time on this live. What are you talking about? We literally said we don't know you personally. Only thing we know is we think you ain't 79. And you went to beating women. I'm telling you, people will go all around the world to make their point. They'll go anywhere to try to deflect. And that's crazy.
I'm happy you brought that up because I'm gonna bring us back for that.
How'd you go all the way there?
Because let me tell you why. Because obviously beating women is a worse lie than lying about your age, right?
Yeah.
Or lying about school. So when people are wrong, what they do is, this is how people lie. They try to justify their behavior. I could have been worse. I could have beat somebody up. I didn't do that. So now you want to judge me. I could have robbed a bank. I ain't robbed no bank. I ain't no bad person. Right.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I cheated with Keisha, but it could have been your sister. So don't look at me like they do it. Did you a favor?
Yeah, like she wanted to sleep with me 3 months ago, and I didn't sleep with her. I waited all the way until we got to an argument. See, I'm a good man. You gotta remember, I've been around my whole life.
This is so funny.
I don't know I call them N-word lies. They just immortalized child. I just be like, it ain't adding up. But you know what it made me think of? Minister Society. No, remember the part when he's in the court in Minister Society? And he said, you know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? He said you bought the bottle at 6 a.m. You know fucked up, right? I wish I had the clip of Minister Society in the beginning and put it up there when he said, you know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. Kane got caught in the court. He got caught in the court. That's what it is. Kane getting caught in the court. I think this is like the last part.
College background on your app.
Okay. So hear me out. So for you, maybe it's not serious, but for here, it's extremely serious because what happens is you are presenting yourself, and if a woman watches the video and thinks you're truly 79 and believes everything that you say, she reaches out to you off of the things that you say. So that falls into the misleading category. It's actually a very serious thing, whether you know it or not. I have a dating app. So if you come on the show and mislead women to come at you, it's actually very serious.
So I came on here live and told my truth. I didn't graduate from high school. I said it live. I didn't graduate from high school. I said it, but I'm a liar because I put something in the profile, but I said it on live in front of 2,000 people that I did not graduate from high school. But I'm a liar because of that. But I said it on live. Make it make sense, Kendra.
The biggest lie.
Only 56
okay.
people.
How do you listen? How do you ask me to ask a
Only
question
56
and start
people
talking?
went to my profile.
How do you ask me a question and start talking?
Only 56 people.
I feel bad. You are so embarrassing. I feel bad for you. This isn't going to age well. You're going to regret this.
I'm going to.
Absolutely.
Why am I going to regret this?
Because you look like a goofy. I
look like a goofy because of what I'm putting in my profile.
Acting, sir. I feel bad for you.
Kendra, why is it that you're allowed to get loud with me, but I can't get loud with you?
I wasn't even talking loud. I'm not even talking loud.
Why is it okay for you to call me feminine? Why is it okay
I'm not talking loud.
Why is it okay for you to call me feminine, but I can't be offended by that, and I can't speak my mind? That's the problem right there. You've called me feminine. You've gotten loud with me. What are you talking about?
You didn't get loud with me.
I defend myself, and I'm a goofy.
Well,
because this is your show.
Okay.
Because this is your show. So I gotta shut my fucking mouth and allow you to call me feminine, and for you to get loud with me because this is your show. I get you.
No,
I get you.
That's not the case. No,
That is the case.
Wait, we can't both talk. So how is it going to work? When you were talking, I was quiet. You're going to give me the same respect. All I'm doing is calling out factual things. The feminine part, well, I said men trying to be like a woman is because you came up with the $5,000 question narrative after I said it. So that's a fact. But the biggest fact remains is you came on my show and used my platform and lied to women about your age and probably other things. And that's where you messed up. You cannot come on my platform and make up stories and then get exposed for all the lies. So that's just the beginning and the end. Are we done? Do you have anything else to say, sir?
Kendra.
Do you have, okay, well, yes. What do you want to say, sir?
You have a great night, okay?
I was having a great night. I hope you do the same. Bye.
I certainly will. Okay. Have a blessed one.
And that was all, folks. I just want to bring up, I know that he was, fellas, you cannot call a woman masculine, and when she calls you feminine, now you're offended. What are we, this is why, maybe the women are becoming more masculine because we have to. And the men are just, I don't know, Zach, but I'm gonna let you talk.
I mean, I don't like the feminine masculine conversation. I don't like it. I don't like how we weaponize.
Do you not like it when men call? Because it's more of a men.
I don't like
women masculine.
I don't like when we weaponize that against each other. You know what I'm saying? At all. Personally, I don't like it. Like, I don't like when women call men feminine. I don't like when women call men whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't like it. I don't like it either way. Is what I'm trying to say, because we both have times where we have to be either, you know, more or less, it is depending on the situation. There's times where a woman has to be more masculine, you know what I'm saying, to get the job done. There's times where a man has to be more feminine to get the job done, you know, whatever the job is. So a lot of times I don't like when they use it against women when they are a boss, you know what I'm saying, and doing something like a high earner. I hate it in that regard. And then I hate when a woman calls a man feminine because he shows emotion. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times y'all ask us to show emotion, but then when we do, we feminine, you know? And then we ask a woman to have things and not be a bum. And then when she does, she's masculine. It's just like, we as a people, we gotta stop doing that to each other. I wish we just find a different way to say it, because you damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I agree. I know that I didn't use the word feminine at first. I said you're trying to be like a woman because he was trying to take what I said with the 5K thing. I can receive what you said. I think as a woman, I don't like the masculine conversation because just like you said, am I not supposed to build a career and build a platform? Why does that fall into the male category that I work hard to build an empire that's continuously to build? I don't like that. That falls into the male category versus I'm a woman. You know, I'm a woman that's building something. So, but I think more so I hear it the most when I stand up for myself. Whenever I'm in a situation, I'm not just backing down and I'm standing 10 toes down on whatever truth is. That's when I hear the masculine.
But that's when men hear it too, though. Because if I stand up for myself and go back and forth with a woman, that's when I'm being feminine.
Right.
So we both use it in like argumentative times. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
I think that I want to remind people, this is interview 2. If you watch interview 1, I was as gullible as it could have been, right? I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Again, I never heard of him ever in life until you called me on the first interview. So for those that are saying that I went really hard, yes, I can watch it back and say how I went hard, but I also knew he was trying to drive the narrative in ways I wasn't going to let him drive it. We wasn't going to talk about your outfit. We're not doing that.
mm-hmm.
We're not going to go.
I am curious to know what he thought we said about his outfit, though. Now, he did say I said that he had YN glasses on. That was a joke. I know that they wear Cartiers in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But the YNs wear them. They do. That's true. I know people in my age range wear them. You know, I was just saying that usually 80-year-olds don't. Right. You know. That was the joke. And he wanted to talk about his fit. I wasn't talking about your fit like that. I was talking about there was nothing wrong with your fit. He dressed cool. Like he dressed like he in his 40s. He dressed like a fly Detroit dude in your 40s. And that's what I think you are. You're a fly dressing dude in your 40s or 50s at oldest. You know what I'm saying? I just don't believe that you. And you said, I think you dress like you are. If you watch it now, I think you dress who you are. I don't think you 79. Because like I told you, 79-year-olds ain't going to lie about a MFing thing. They ain't going to lie about how old they is. Man, let me tell you something. Old people do nothing but tell you the truth.
This is what I will say, and I said it in the interview. It wouldn't age well because I don't know. Like people are saying, he's been going with this 79 narrative for 2 years. I didn't know that, but see now on my show, you know, the comment sections. I'm not going to say things out loud, but they done gave his full government name. They done said where he grew up from, where he's registered to vote. And I have learned that he's 45 and he's from Detroit. I think he even told us he's from Detroit. So this was just a crash out because I don't know how he could continue the 79 lie moving forward because anyone could just come back to my page and get this content to realize that's just a lie. So that's what it kind of comes down to. And this is why I say, like, just don't call me lying, y'all, because I just want to, like, this is a PSA announcement. My mission never changes. So whatever y'all do with the platform, that's on you. The mission is to help people find somebody. I give you an opportunity to come on the show, to put yourself out there, to find love. That is the mission. Now, if you want to call me because you're looking for a clout, so be it. But I'm going to warn you, it doesn't usually work in your favor. It doesn't.
Now, what did he say about me? Because I heard he was talking crap about me.
Everything you saw was what you saw. So you saw how there was something I muted out that he said in the live. I already told you. You want me to say it here?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I want to address it.
Okay. So in the first live, now I muted it out because it wasn't necessary to be said, but he said, you and your butt boy, he called you a butt boy. It's muted out in the playback because I'm not going to let nobody call you a
But
butt boy.
I only reason I'm saying that is because the only reason I want you to say it is because the same way that when somebody disagrees with him, he doesn't like to be called feminine. But the same way with me, you didn't like what I said about you. The first weapon he used was what?
A butt
Try
boy.
to demasculate me. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want him to see the things that he don't like. He's doing them with himself. I never demasculated him. I never said he wasn't a man. I never did. What I do? I talked about your outfit. I said you didn't have a blade on you. I joked. What did I do would make you come at my masculinity? So 79-year-old wise man, don't let a 36-year-old school you. I got more wisdom than you. I got more emotional maturity than you. Obviously, I do. Because I don't. When I disagree with somebody, a woman or man, I'm not yelling at them. Because I can outthink them.
Right.
But can you outthink somebody? Or do you just repeat and regurgitate what you hear? And that's as simple as that.
And this is why I be trying to tell people, like, listen, we not perfect people, but we real ones over here. Like, for real. Like, we're not just, like, I really want the mission is to find love, but I think also the mission is to do education and to enlighten people. And the reason why you're not really going to win too many battles with, like, a me or a Zach, because we're authentically who we are. You know, like I'm authentically who I am, and you might not like that, and that's cool too, but I'm me. And I think that, you know, yes, in the live interview, he referred to Zach as a butt boy. Here's the deal. Ain't nobody calling Zach a butt boy, okay? On my show, it's not happening. Yes, in the replay, it was edited out.
Yeah.
Because my show, and ain't nobody calling my friend a butt boy on my platform if I'm able to control it. That's a fact. So you got to know that right there too. Like, I don't play with my people. First of all, and I think that's another thing too I want to acknowledge is we know this is an entertainment thing all the way around, but we're making time. Zach makes time to do this show. He has a life outside the show. So no, I'm not going to let somebody disrespect him on my platform. So in the live interview, yes, he referred to him as a butt boy, but I took it out. I did tell Zach off the mic because we're real friends. Yeah. But I'm happy you brought that up because you made the perfect point.
Yeah, I just wanted him to see what he's saying about what he didn't like and what was the first thing that he did to somebody who I never questioned his masculinity. But like I said, I'm just 36 and more emotionally mature than a 79-year-old.
Well, the thing is, this is also,
if he's 79.
We're about to go to the Clout. This was a Clout move, right? And they're telling me he's doing, that's fine, I understand. But we're in a social media age where everybody needs attention. And it's getting to the place where I feel like people didn't get enough hugs when they was younger. I don't know what it was, but please let your people know that they validated in real life so they don't have to come online and create a whole persona just to get attention from people, because that's what this really boils down to. He wanted to roll with that 79 narrative because it was working in his favor until it blew up and he lost all control. And he thought he was going to be able to dominate me and outsmart me on my show. And it just never works that way. Like, just don't play yourself. Right. When you call me, you're going to play yourself. Like, you should just use your own little platform, talk about me not being there. Don't do that, because when you call me, I got home court advantage. And not only that, right. I want to show love to my KBI, my cousins.
And it's your platform. And like what a lot of people don't realize, man, you work. So I've seen you work. I mean, countless, like so hard on building this platform to the point to where it's at. You know what I'm saying? You still work. I tell people all the time, the biggest hustler I know is a woman, and it's Kendra G. And I'm not saying that because she's my friend. I'm saying it because I literally, things you say you're going to do, you actually do them, and you hustle until you get it done, regardless of how much money it costs, how much time is spent, how much, I mean, times where I would have been quit, and like, hell with it, you know, but you continue to go. And like, it just, if you do that, then people try to throw it in your face, like, oh, she masculine or she this. I'm like, man, first of all, you just ain't got the hustle that she got to build it up. Because especially if you in this game, in the entertainment game, you want to follow and emulate what she doing. But I gotta go. I gotta go. KG.
I love you, Zach. We go through. Okay, we gotta go. There is a guy that's 44 that dates an 18-year-old. We got to react.
That's wild. He on that?
No, not this guy. It's a whole different guy. He need a video too.
Oh.
So we'll figure it out later this week when we'll do that.
We got to do that. That's crazy. He came on the show.
Yeah, he came on the show.
No, he wants to date an 18-year-old, or he is dating an 18-year-old.
He's already on the show. So both of these videos dropped yesterday. I just decided to do Uchi Coochie because you were involved, but we got to do the other guy he's already been on the show.
Right.
I'll send you the video so you can watch it.
Okay, send it to me. That's crazy.
All right. Bye.
All right, y'all. Bye.
All right, you guys. Zach gotta go. Let me remove. Zach gotta go. What's today? Today Wednesday. Okay. I got meetings and I gotta work out. I will see y'all later. We have our regular scheduled show for today. I'll see you guys later. And that's that. Bye, everyone. Bye.